All right, so I've got a good friend from high school that's turning 30, and I think I'm gonna make him a miniature skinning knife. I think he'll like that. Got a new bottle of propane from the Propane Forge. Now me, I am for sure not a fan of cutoff wheels, so I always wear safety glasses and a face shield, and I put on leather gloves at the same time because these wheels have been known to explode. All right, let's get the steel cut. And now we heat it so we can anneal it. I got 2 chunks of steel in the wood burner ash to cool that steel off slowly. It's called annealing, so it'll soften the steel. Leaf spring is kind of harder to move. So hopefully I'll be forging a knife tonight. I always find it cool how it stays so hot inside the forge after you turn the burner off, after it's been running for a long time. I think there's steam coming off my hands. Worked up quite a sweat. So here's the basic shape of it. I'm gonna do a bunch of cleanup on this and get my hole drilled for the finger and figure out what part of some antlers I want to use for the handle there. I'm gonna try to do just some antler on either side of that and pin it. I'm gonna do a lot more work on this tomorrow. I'm kind of excited how this went tonight. A lot of fun heating and beating leaf spring. Glad I annealed that too. All right, I got most of the pre-heat treat work done. I do a lot of my grinding for shaping and stuff long before I heat treat. Problem is, I need to get some more bits so I can step up to that larger size hole, which is 7/8 hole. And then I need to actually get some bits made for this kind of steel. The ones I have are for soft steel, so I can't really finish off my 2 pinholes there. But I'll get some more bits tomorrow and get this finished drilled out. Then I'm going to heat treat it, sharpen it, and install the handle. I think it's going to look great when it's done. This is that Skinner knife that I'm making for a buddy of mine's birthday. All right, got the wood stove going nice. I did all my grinding work the other day. Drilled out my finger hole, then I made it a little spot so your thumb could sit there and use it. It can be held 3 different ways. I would show you, but TikTok would take it down. Now it's time to normalize, then quench, and then take it inside for 400 degrees in the oven to temper the blade. After that, it'll be handle time. I'm kind of excited to get this one done. Well, now it's time to normalize the steel. What normalizing is you're bringing the temperature up to beyond magnetic in the steel. and then you let it cool down to where it's black heat. And then you do it all over again. You do that 3 times. The reason you do this is because you're wanting to align the crystalline structure of the steel and make it all the same. That way when you quench it, you won't get any cracks and you make a really good strong knife. It really helps to have that crystalline structure aligned. This can be a little bit of a tedious process. I put it in the vise there on the tip so that way most of the blade cools well. And you're not really going to have a lot of stress right on the tip of that handle. So I'm not worried about the tip of the handle breaking off. But everything else will be really nice and the crystalline structure will be awesome. Alright, so now it's time for the flashy part. It's time for the quench. What I'm doing here is I'm going to be heating up the knife to what's called beyond magnetic. So once steel gets a certain temperature, it is no longer magnetic. And you see me rotating it back and forth so I can keep my blade straight, because the weight of the blade will actually bend while you're heating it if you're not careful. So keep rotating it. Here I am checking the magnet didn't pull it at all. So now I'm going to heat it back up to a little bit hotter than it was before when I checked it, and then quench. Flames. Gotta love the flames. That's the flashy, fancy, fun part right there.
Need to clean.
Now look at that. There it is. It's all nice and straight. I did check with the file. It skated across, so it did harden. Alright, so got the knife basically finished up. I like to leave forge marks in there in my knives because it shows that it was handmade. It was forged. That's antler and brass pinned. I do have epoxy on there. I'll do the final sharpening after the sheath is made so we don't cut ourselves trying to make the sheath. And I wish you could see this in person because it looks a heck of a lot better in person. It's not actually dull. It's really shiny. I don't know why my camera's showing it really dull. That's kind of bugging me. But yeah. I wish I could hold it and show you how it fits in the hand, but whatever. So I'll finish making the sheath. My wife's working on that, and then I'll sharpen it. And next video will be both of those together. It's a lot of work. I really enjoyed making this one. I can't wait to make more. And I'll probably, when I get them more made, I'm going to probably put them on my Etsy, and I'll let everybody know about it then. Well, here it is. Completely finished. Got it razor freaking sharp. Cuts right through paper, right through leather. Then here's the sheath. Right there. A logo in the back. All hand stitched, hand cut, everything's all handmade. I'm in love with it.